The first wave of the Overwatch 2 beta has ended, and it is pretty clear that many people are unhappy all over the place after waiting for 3 years. I can't lie that some of it was a bit disappointing, even though I was extremely optimistic about what they had given me. It is time to get real and discuss what the beta gave us and what we need in the future for the game to succeed. 5v5 honestly felt a lot better than I expected. I enjoyed how I had a lot more impact on the game simply because I make up a larger percent of the team now. The new maps complemented the new style of gameplay fairly well and were a nice addition, especially Midtown. Tank Doomfist feels pretty awesome to play, and it was nice to go back to my Genji roots for a bunch of games. Support feels pretty bad compared to what it was, but I feel with a few balance changes, it will get better in the future. I am not sure if I can say this with my chest though, because of the changes they have made to support thus far. Support should be balanced, not busted, and the Overwatch team has struggled with balancing the role for quite a while now. I fear this is going to begin happening shortly in Overwatch 2 as well if the problem is not addressed. Zenyatta having a kick that is better than Lucio's boop as well as 225 HP is just plain silly, especially given the fact that he has the highest pick potential of all the supports with his damage alongside Lucio. Maybe this really is what support needs though. I played mostly quick play and casual pugs as opposed to competitive or scrims, so this opinion may be invalid, but nonetheless, this leads us to our next problem: no ranked game mode. Now, I do want to acknowledge that yes, I know this was just a beta. I felt this way at the start. As time went on, I began to feel a lot differently though about this opinion. Playing solo at the start was fun, but quickly became a slog once you've tried out all the new stuff. It gets to the point where you just want to see where you match up against other players after a week or so. Maybe the problem of the beta wasn't that it didn't have ranked, but rather the lack of precise execution and timing. A game like this after 3 years of waiting is difficult to really back. It's kind of like going to an arcade. You have a lot of fun for about an hour and then the experience falls off pretty fast. Except in this situation, you don't get to cash out your tickets in for a prize, you get to go right back to Overwatch 1 that hasn't changed since August of 2021. What could they have done better? Make this beta shorter and closer to the actual release of Overwatch 2. This would have gotten a better response from the community even if it was no different from what we got right now, because to be fair, this was a pretty good beta. There were a lot of new things to try out and it wasn't incredibly buggy to the point where it was unplayable. Blizzard was just making it something that it wasn't. I do hope the Overwatch team finds solace throughout this stressful time though. If they didn't have something out by the time that Overwatch League started, the community still would have been molding. But again, 3 years we've been waiting. People are willing to wait for PvE, but only if it is incredibly solid. Hell, I'm actually really excited for the experience. Do remember though that they have been talking about the Overwatch 2 PvP experience being close to completion for a while now. It feels like this whole process could have been started far sooner than it has been. So with the culmination of these points, I give the first Overwatch 2 beta a 7.5 out of 10. Honestly, for a first beta, it hit the mark. It delivered exactly what a first beta should and more content-wise. It has been docked a few points from me simply due to timing, the long drawn out nature of its release, and no competitive mode to compensate for it. At the end of the day, I am an Overwatch player and can't wait for the next beta, but I am disappointed with the team that we will be playing the old game for an extended period of time. A week or two is bearable, but months will be grueling indeed. What do you all think of the first Overwatch 2 beta? Does it leave you excited for what is to come, or more hopeless than before? I'm curious about what you all think. In the meantime, I do plan on bringing you all more educational content so that you can be best prepared for when the new ranked system drops for Overwatch 2, or so we hope. Thank you all so much for watching, but until next time, I've got to peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.